Hi guys, Matt here again. Just wanted to quickly show you a couple of things about TrainerTrackStats. What I did, as you can see, about a month ago, when Gavin asked me what I thought of his research that he'd done at that time, I had a look at it and I ran through it and compared it to the previous 3 seasons when the first 2 in 06, 07 and 07, 08 I did all of the work myself. Last year it was a joint effort between myself and Gavin, and this year it's just Gavin on his own. I just wanted to show you how the numbers panned out. So these are the averages for each year. So in the first year, the research showed an average of 12 winners per 35 runners and a strike rate of 39%. This was in the research. And an average return on investment of just over 100%. In 0708, the figures were roughly 11 winners from every 34 runners, a strike rate of about 1 in 3, and a profit of around 20 points per trainer. Last year, the wins were 12 and 34. And you can see these are really consistent: 12, 11, 12, 34, 34, 35. This year's research is showing more winners, nearly 13 winners, from less runners, 28 runners, and a higher strike rate, obviously, but no loss in the profit, meaning a bigger level stakes profit or per horse profit. Now, of course, this is the research rather than the actual seasons, but if we look at the last 3 seasons, I hope I haven't expleted anywhere in this email between myself and Gavin. I think these are really interesting numbers. We can see these are the actual years. So in the first season we had 220 actual winners from 969 runners and a strike rate of 22.7%. In 0708 we had 203 winners from 943 runners and a strike rate of 21.53%, and last year we had 250 winners from 1156 runners, a strike rate of 21.63. I mean, those are really close strike rates, demonstrating the consistency of TrainerTrackStats. If we look at the place percentages, those horses who placed in the first 3, the numbers are even more consistent. We go 51%, 51%, and just shy of 50%. And that's what I would expect this year. Something north of 50% for horses placed in the first 3, and something between 23 and 25%. So 1 in 4 strike rate for winners. Bear in mind that TrainerTrackStats is looking to find you winners at up to 14 to 1. So that's pretty cool. The other thing I wanted to show you, and I hope Gavin doesn't mind me doing this, is a bit of a sneaky preview of the TTS bot. Now, I've set it up quickly. I got a preview copy and I've set it up quickly with a few flat horses today. It doesn't matter that they're not jumps horses, I just wanted to demonstrate what it does. So basically, in the first instance, you will log in to the TTS bot. It brings up a little, you put your username and password in, and then it brings up this screen here. Let me just draw that down a tiny bit so you can see, hopefully, everything. That should be okay. Right, so the first thing you'll see is a warning not betting button flashing at the top. Once you've entered your username and password, all you do is click that button and it says betting mode on now. That is now going to place these bets as long as they satisfy the TTS odds rule, so they must be 14 to 1 or shorter. This 0 to 15 means 14 to 1 or shorter, and they also satisfy the details in this area at the top of the software. Now this is configurable, easy for me to say, by you, and I'll just very quickly talk you through it. The stake is fairly obvious. I'm just using a very low test stake here of £3 to see that things work out okay. Now you can, as it stands, with none of the boxes ticked here, that means stake £3 per horse. If I tick this box, stake as percentage of balance, it will then stake 3% of my balance. So if my balance is £100, it would still stake £3. If my balance is £500, it would stake 3% of that, which is £15. So if you want TTS to bet to 1% of your bank, you simply click that button. You can also bet to win a set amount. So say Mehendi was 2-1 and Blue Tango was 4-1, and I wanted to win £20. If I click that button, I'd have to change that to this box to 20. But if I then click this back to profit button, I would get a situation where Mehendi was backed for £10 at 2-1 to win my 20. Blue Tango, however, was only backed for £5 at 4-1, again to win my 20. So you can select how much you want to win, and the stake will vary accordingly. Finally, you can choose to bet at Betfair starting price. There's a minimum stake of £10 if you want to do this, but many people do choose to take the Betfair starting price. This box, you can also choose a minimum odds threshold in Betfair that you don't want bets matched below. So if you didn't want to bet, say, at even money or shorter, you might set this up at something like 2.2, which is 6-5, or maybe hang on 1 second, or maybe 2.1, which is 11-10 as a minimum odds. Check that out. And the last couple of things I wanted to show you, up at the top here you can see next betting in, and there's a countdown clock, and it says 1 minute 15. I'm shooting this video at 2:08 and ahead of the 2:10 race at Bath. So this will place the bets according to the time to post I've put here. So that's the off time, 2:10 minus 18 seconds. So the software will try to put the bet on at 2:09 and 42 seconds. That's my preference. It's preset to 30 seconds. You can change that to anything you like. That's up to you. I choose to have it set like that. I also tick this box just here that says track results from the in-play market, and that will show me, once the race is running, which horse Betfair believes is winning the race. Now that's not necessarily the horse that is winning the race, but it's the horse that, based on price movements in Betfair, is perceived to be winning the race. It's quite a clever bit of intelligence, and you'll see how that works out again in a second. So as you can see, there are now just a few seconds prior to the bet being struck. So we'll just watch what happens in this area here as the bet is requested. And you can see that in just a couple of seconds there, the software went to check the live odds, the live betting shows, and determined that the horses' prices were both 14-1 or shorter. And we can probably check that. Just there we are. We can see that Desert Poppy is an 8-1 shot, and Ready to Star is a 10-1 shot. And so they are both 14-1 or shorter, and because that's the rule that we follow here, 14-1 or shorter with TTS, both bets were matched. The type is B for a backing bet, and the odds that I was matched at were 11.5, which is 10.5-1, and 12-1, which is 13 in Betfair terms. I was matched for all three of the £3 that I requested in my little test. And the result that we can see here is pending in play when you have the track results from in play. So as you can see, basically once you've set this top bit up, which you do the first time you log on, every time thereafter all you do is you click this big red flashing button that says betting mode on, or warning not betting. You click that and that's it. You go away and do whatever you're doing in the day. So it's really a fantastic assistant, and it's going to go brilliantly well with TrainerTrackStats. I'm really looking forward to